Hello, it's Mike Matthews, the host of the longest running self-produced daily podcast on planet Earth by a guy named Mike in the land of Ameritopica, broadcasting from Café Anyway. It's Mike's Daily Podcast, episode 3257, 3257. Took the holiday off, the President's Day off. It's interesting. Are we averaging a holiday a month now? So we had Martin Luther King Jr. Day last month for his birthday, President's Day for this month, and then what do we got next month? St. Patrick's Day, but you don't get that day off. April, you get Easter. May, you get the Memorial Day. June, nothing. July, 4th of July. August, nothing. September is Labor Day. Then October, basically nothing because you don't get Halloween. And in November, Thanksgiving, and the day after, some of you. And then December, of course, Christmas. Hey, did I miss? I missed January, technically the first day of the year. You get the day off. This is all fascinating stuff. Just to review all that for you. You're welcome. Today, we hear from Chely Shoehart, Floyd the Floorman, and John Deere the engineer. Now, let's go into Café Anyway. Let me get the door for you. Café Anyway. Welcome to Café Anyway.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Episode 3256. 3257.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
I'm at Café Anyway, somewhere in podCastro Valley, last place on earth, and it's Mike Matthews. And I'm here, and I'm often full of mirth. And here we are, broadcasting from Café Anyway. I don't know what's going on with the Olympics right now, so they might be over by the time you listen to this, but apparently Snoop Dogg
Mike's Daily Podcast
has become a breakout Olympic star. Snoop delivers the most bankable assets,
Mike's
delivering viral moments.
Daily
I don't do viral moments.
Podcast.
I don't do viral anything.
Yeah.
I was always taught you gotta avoid any viruses, but, well, he goes viral. Oh, that's interesting. What's going on over there? Huh. Okay. Just saw something interesting here at Café Anyway I had to check out. But delivering viral moments, cross-demographic appeal, and a marketing halo. He has a marketing halo. Isn't that something amazing? A halo. I don't know what kind of halo I have. A mirth halo. But what began as a novelty evolved into a strategic business play for Snoop Dogg. A lot of executives have struggled with how to attract younger audiences to linear TV. You know, that TV that if you're over 40, that's what existed once upon a time. In the 90s, you watched stuff that was on linear TV. I can catch the X-Files tonight. It's, what was it? Was it on Friday nights? Eventually, I think it was on Sunday nights. Or, you had the Sopranos on Sunday nights, I think that was. So that's all gone away with people with the appointment viewing thing. Now,
and here's today's podcast picture.
the only appointment is, let's say you're into Stranger Things and you find out, they're going to release all the last episode. The final episode will be released New Year's Eve at 5 o'clock. Or I think they released 3 episodes on Christmas Eve at 5 o'clock. And people rushed to their streaming services to watch that when it became available. Those people that don't have lives, like me. The podcast picture is not of me. Oh, it is of me. I'm at the beach. No, it's sort of a beach. It's the Hayward Regional Shoreline. And I was there recently. There was a cool sunset. The late great Basil the Boxer used to run around there sometimes and run back and forth and have fun. So see that picture at mikesdailypodcast.com of that cool area. And it looks exactly the same way I remember visiting that beach 10 years ago, over 10 years ago. It looked exactly the same way. It's amazing how so much has changed in the Bay Area, yet that remains the same. And Snoop Dogg remains the same. They say he's got a agnostic platform. Chowda. I don't know if he likes chowda. He's multi-generational, appeals to Gen X, Millennials, Gen Z. He's got millions of viewers on TikTok, Peacock, primetime NBC, which owns Peacock. The Comcast, Xfinity people own NBC and Peacock and all that. And he's...
Oh, how sweet.
And he's sweet. Some people say he's sweet because he hangs out with Martha Stewart. Every appearance he's done has become an instant social currency and what they call meme ready, because people are into memes, short little moments of video or audio or anything.
All I want to do is sit on a couch and eat corn chips.
Like that. That we just heard might be a meme. I don't understand what it memes. Snoop Dogg gets attention. He's a ratings boost. And he has social media dominance. However, he still can't get everyone to smoke marijuana. Though, in the Bay Area, he's pretty successful in doing that. Because they get baked and they drop things. That organic reach actually reduces marketing costs for those that have employed Snoop Dogg. Because he's a rating boost and he has social media dominance. And he has an appeal to advertisers. The brands love Snoop Doggy Dogg because he's both edgy and universally likable. Aw.
I'm super. Thanks for asking.
Oh, that's great.
Super. Thanks for asking.
Okay, that goes way back to a fun character that was created by South Park back in the 90s. His name was Al, and he was big. And he was oh so gay. But the thing is that now everybody you hear on podcasts that are guests on podcasts, they always say...
It didn't go quite as planned. Watch here.
They don't say that. They do say watch here a lot, people on podcasts, because everybody videos everything now. And you can watch the video of this and see exactly what I was looking at that got me distracted. If you want to go to the website, mikesdailypodcast.com, and click on the thing that says, go here to watch the video. It's very self-explanatory, but it's only up for a week. Only a week. And that was Fat Taylor Swift.
That one I don't understand.
Because someday it's going to happen. It happened to all the thin people that were once upon a time thin. For example, in the 90s. Unless they worked out a lot and suddenly got into CrossFit late in life, became a CrossFitiot, whatever. But still.
I can't hear you. Press the button, you donut.
And donuts are the reason why she will someday become Fat Taylor Swift. But the thing is that when you are when you're doing a audio podcast and you got a camera going and the camera is showing you back at you what you're videoing, well, that is distracting as heck.
Latina Uzi.
Not like this is distracting. What that was that a little piece of the halftime show from the Super Bowl? Oh, speaking of the Super Bowl, but yeah, I don't think was Snoop Dogg at the Super Bowl. As we go outside a Café Anyway, where we bring you Mike's Daily Podcast, somewhere in podCastro Valley, the last place on earth in the land of Ameritopica, broadcasting from Café Anyway.
Anyway.
So apparently the blueprint for sports broadcasting is you have to here's what Rob Black, I produce his podcast, and he's heard on AM 1220 KDOW weekdays at 5 p.m. and he's on Cron Monday through Thursday in the 9 o'clock hour. Having a dilly of a time. He's on the actual camera, the TV. And, he's been doing TV for eons. A lot of these podcasters are young people. They just started 5 minutes ago. And they're green, and they've got no experience, and they're naive. But the blueprint for sports broadcasting, according to Rob, who watches a lot of sports, is expertise is optional, but personality is a knight that says knee. No, expertise is optional, but personality is essential. Got to have that personality. That's how it's been since I've been alive, as far as since I got employed in radio 40 years ago. It was all about personality. That's the people that with
Mike, you want to join in on this conversation?
Is it about personality?
You can,
A lot of people got very successful with their personalities. The other thing of Blueprint for Sports Broadcasting is they have cross-platform resonance. That's what matters. Cross-platform resonance. The multiple platforms, the wide array, television, social media, perhaps radio, podcasting.
I've fallen and I can't get up.
You can't do that. You got to be standing, apparently. Or maybe someday you can just broadcast from the floor. That might become a thing. So that, I guess, someday will be optional as well. But expertise is optional. Entertainment value is part of the sports package now. So the sports package for the Super Bowl included...
Nuts! They're nuts! They know nothing!
That's what some people thought about Bad Bunny. He had a lot of imagery there that had to do with Puerto Rico. And my lovely lady friend has Puerto Rican background, so she was able to translate some of that for me and explain what some of the imagery meant. But there were a lot of people that had big problems with it. Now, some people had...
What in the world was that about?
That's what a lot of people were saying. The rant that Jon Stewart did the Monday after the Super Bowl was quite entertaining. But what has happened for a lot of people that got irritated with the Super Bowl is they lost money because there was so much betting going on. Last year, the total online wagers were projected at 6.4
You're a very rude person. The way you treat Sarah Huckabee is horrible. And the way you treat other people are horrible.
Oh, yeah.
You shouldn't treat people that way.
He didn't particularly like the halftime show, I'm guessing. He said something about, he was singing in a language nobody understands. You really don't know the world, do you? When you say something like that. I've got a cousin in Germany who was on the podcast recently who speaks Spanish. So come on. It's all over the world.
Take care. Thank you. Good to see you again.
Thank you very much. But we're talking about the online wagering, and they owe me money. That's why they left. It was projected at $6.4 billion. Legally, there was about $1.76 billion spent on the Super Bowl, with 75% going to illegal operators. 75%. That comes out to $4.8 billion. That's a happy illegal operator right there. So let's see. The stock market supposedly was supposed to go up after the Seahawks won. Well, actually, that happened for a little bit on Monday, and then the rest of the week was pretty bad.
And they have 150 to 200 gas pumps.
Okay.
What? Yes.
Massive. It's like a Walmart-sized convenience
here at Café
store.
Anyway. It is so
and
great.
Inside is anything you can imagine.
Anything you can imagine.
From burgers to barbecue to chicken.
So that's like a truck stop on steroids.
That's what Café Anyway is.
Okay.
You know what I was going to say,
I'm surprised.
If you want to keep talking about steroids, go on. But okay, they stopped. Good. So Valentine's Day happened, and people love the caviar. How about caviar and chicken McNuggets? McDonald's is releasing a free McNugget caviar kit that includes creme fraiche, a mother of pearl spoon, a $25 McDonald's gift card, and a 1 ounce container of caviar, which usually costs about $85.
Yes, I know all about how to spot microaggressions and root out privilege.
Is what your girlfriend said after you gave her that. A limited number of kits were dropped online at the website McNuggetCaviar.com. That was back on February 10th. Rihanna and Momofuku founder David Chang. Oh, David Chang is part of this. he's very popular from, I think he had that show on Netflix, and he's on social media. He was good friends with Anthony Bourdain, and they had discussions about food.
Why do they always interrupt our snacking?
Like these ladies.
You're a demon.
You know, I'm just not... I basically canceled anything having to do with the Food Network or any of these channels that have to do with going out and eating. Any of these YouTube channels where people go and they eat. No, I'm done with you. You're done to me. Stop. I don't want to see you eat. I don't want to see you shove the food in the camera's lens. Stop it. Sticking in the camera
They
lens.
will be met with fire,
Wish you could have
fury,
some.
and frankly power.
And what's up
the
there?
likes of which
Who's
this
that?
world has
Hawaiian
never
noises?
seen
He's banging
before.
on the bongos like a chimpanzee. Oh, that ain't working. That's the way you do it. Your money for nothing and your food for free. We got to install microwave ovens, custom kitchen deliveries. We got to install these peanut butters. We got to install color TVs. That ain't working.
Mom Donnie shows up. He's this young, handsome, charismatic guy who came out of nowhere and won big in the most important city in the world, Trump's hometown, no less. He walks in, he smiles, he shakes Trump's hand.
You're a very
Trump
rude person.
Now looks over in the corner. He sees J.D. Vance.
What's this guy doing?
All sweaty and eager. And he looks at you, he sees Stephen Miller sucking on his pinkies. And he looks around at all these weird, unattractive, AI-generated human vomits in his office.
It's so sad.
And he's like, why can't I have this Mom Donnie around? It's the classic opposites attract love story.
And there's politics for you. Speaking of Trump, didn't he want like Bitcoin, or that we were going to be U.S. the Bitcoin reserve? Well, Bitcoin is plummeting. Today, it got to $66,644 per Bitcoin. It absolutely blows my mind. What are you nuts? That a coin that I can take out of my pocket, once it becomes digital and becomes part of this big thing with all these people, these brohames on the internet, and these tech bros and all that, it becomes $66,644.45 in worth. And I go, what? Why? It's just crazy. Now, is it going to jump back up again? I don't know, but I really get sick of these financial experts that go, yeah, I knew it was going to drop, but it's going to go back up again. And I knew it all the time. Yet when it was at the top, they were like, oh my gosh, this is going to the moon. Oh, I wish I had bought some. Oh. So I try and stay away from this conversation, but wow. As somebody once said that is a actual certified financial planner, he said something along these lines.
A lot of times, a lot of older people just aren't going to understand it. It's super volatile. It acts like a risk asset. I don't really buy the destruction of the dollar. Like, well, if we have a fiat currency, there's no backing to it. So if it ever goes to zero, you're going to own crypto. Well, US dollar ever goes to zero, good luck logging in on any internet, right? How are you going to exchange crypto? I'd rather own gasoline and bullets at that point if we're going to be, Mad Max beyond Thunderdome. So I don't like that angle at all.
Now, of course, we only take Bitcoin and other cryptocurrency because we've all decided centralized banking is rigged, so we trust more in fly-by-night Ponzi schemes.
And that makes a lot of sense to me, just overall. But Bitcoin sank below the $67,000 mark, its lowest since November of 2024. So over a year ago, the cryptocurrency is down 20% and down 47% from its record, 126,000. That's how high it got. I forgot. Yeah, so it was down 20% in, the week of February the 5th. Let me do verification quick here. Yeah, like I said, that would have been February 2nd. The first week of the month, let's just say. It had dropped down 20% that week, and it was down 47% from its record of $126,000 back in early October. Investor confidence continued to falter in the asset, once hailed as what we call a comparison to gold. In fact, they called it digital gold. Bitcoin is down nearly 30% over the past year, while gold, even though it did have a bad week this past week, had a bad couple of days, it has surged 68% in that same period. Investors are reassessing the practicality of having this token. They're not so up with it being the practical utility of a token. It was supposed to be a hedge against inflation and macroeconomic uncertainties, but now traditional investors are losing interest and overall pessimism is growing about crypto. Not the cute dog from that movie with the Superman that was done by the guy that also did the thing with the aliens, the Guardians of the Galaxy. And he loves to have animals that are cute, but they're all CGI, like that raccoon guy, played by Bradley guy. Its adoption as a form of payment for goods and services has been minimal. Remember when it was going to be big? They actually had these Bitcoin exchange machines, or you could buy a Coke with Bitcoin, and there were all these companies that we're going to do that. Like all these companies that have adopted AI. Oh, we're so cool. Look at us. We've done that. Now we got the Bitcoin too. Okay. Well, the AI will probably last a lot longer than this Bitcoin thing. But anyway, Café Anyway, the Washington Post laid off 30% of their staff, which came out to about 300 of its 800 journalists. The decimation of the newsroom is the latest round of layoffs under the ownership of billionaire Jeff Bezos, the man who brings you things to your house when you order them online through his website, Amazon. And you can actually listen to this podcast through the Amazon Music app. The gutting comes after years of losing money and subscribers that fell below 100,000 for the first time in 55 years. It is tough for all media right now. I know that because I work in media, and well, let's just say the thing I just said. It's tough for all media right now, and it's not as tough for this lady right here.
Hello, Mike Matthews. It's Chely Shoehart, gift shop supervisor. I once saw David Chang at a Popeye's Chicken, Mike Matthews.
Oh, it's interesting because, you know, his big idol, Anthony Bourdain, said that he loved, his guilty pleasure was Popeye's Chicken, and also the In-N-Out Burger. So yes, who cares? Who really cares? Okay, maybe you enjoyed his videos, Anthony Bourdain's videos, and I always enjoyed how brutally honest he could be. And there was one chef that was trying to make it look like he had caught a bunch of fish and he was going to cook them for Anthony at his restaurant, and he ended up getting somebody to go and buy fish and just throw it in the water, and then he would go and pick up the fish and make it look like he had caught it. And Anthony was like, no, don't be fake on my show, dang it. I hate that. So I appreciated that and some of his other things, but wow, he ate so much meat. Everything. There was like not one healthy thing he ever ate. It was all just, oh, we'll eat this fat from the brain of a duck or something. Yummy. And I know he had something, he really loved duck, but he wanted the duck squished in a certain way that the French do. Anyway, Café Anyway, David Chang's a big friend, or was a big friend of his and fan, and he misses him. Okay, that ended on a down note. Look who else is here. Hello, dear Mike. This is Valentino the and this is Bison Bentley. Mike, usually Chely has her exploding snow globes day. Yeah, exploding snow globes. Do you know that? Chely Shoehart and her exploding snow globes. Excellent. What a way to end the show. We're going to go out with a bang with Mike's Daily Podcast. Thank you for listening to the show with all things having to do with Mike's Daily Podcast. First, here's the number to call me at.
Call Mike at the Café Anyway hotline. Area code 510-228-4640.
And we go to the mainframe and hear from A-Frame. Thank you for listening to Mike's Daily Podcast.
Thanks again. Thank you for listening. We really appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at mikesdailypodcast.com.
Email Mike now at mikesdailypodcast@gmail.com.
See you tomorrow. Bye.